Get the images up. Yes, it's called this one. Yes. As we refer to them, the work purpose. No sunbeams to be seen.
We have sidetracked.
Spout one. Let's extract from the thing. So then I peer out the window. I think there must be some birds to watch. Kitty. There's Kitty. Yes, I pointed a camera at you, Lynx. It's pointing right at you. Ears go. What? Okay. And today is catching specs. Yes. The necks and the bodies were become one at this point.
And I don't care. You can't update your graphics driver right now, computer.
Not right now.
I recognize that.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna go inside and get the ribbon.
Oh,
I'm sitting here fiddling with the ring on my finger, and that's all. Dad. No, throwing the ring on. It's bad for it. There you go. There you go. It's
one ring holder. So, what I could do is wait on topping up your water with hot, since you'll be working on those first.
Yeah, I'll need the water soon.
Oh, I found a big container of gooey goo.
Oh, good.
Rather than that other container where you were having to mix dry stuff with goopy stuff.
This keeps me from setting the ring down somewhere.
Yeah. Still say we need to source like a little magnetic clip clasp there.
But then it can get pulled off.
Yeah. The knot is more secure.
Yes, it is.
Do you need me to zoom it in?
To the top half of the thing.
Like that?
Yeah. You could probably just center it, sir. That way it could be bigger.
Like that?
Yeah. That'll work. Actually, a little bit further down that way you can see the.
Okay. And at this point, I'll go make that slab for the handle.
Could. I actually don't have to do it because it's not going to be close up.
Oh, cat whiskers.
Cat.
Cat side. There's an eclipse.
Total eclipse. Yes, you can see the pattern on her side that way, though. There is a pattern there.
Oh. Okay, handle material, yes?
I was saying is, it doesn't have to be right this second.
Okay.
Because it's not even going to be attached or even shaped today.
Yeah. I just figured it would give it a chance to set to the correct shape overnight.
Yeah, but you can do that later
Okay.
because it's not you. No, I mean.
did put warm water in there.
Just kidding. One little finger going.
Test for temperature.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I need to empty the settled water out of the
Yeah.
drain bucket.
So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna attach the spokes to the surgeons. And do any other minor alterations to the neck. That need to be done. I'm doing right now, is I took the little stubbins from the top that I that's left after cutting the spoke free,
Don't inhale water.
and I turned it into a little plate. There we go. One little plate. So this is gonna go here.
While I'm thinking about it, I can use the stamp and mark the bottom of the platter from the other day. There's the stamp.
This one I can just use to go like this. I have to cut the angle. There. Turn it over with the other side. Probably could do it with
Do at this point is take the camera and just it slightly. There we go.
needs to be. Let's see if we can get it back. There we go.
Oh
Now
yes,
it
full
matches,
furniture
more or less
time.
matches the angle. And what we do is
So you're marking where the spout needs to, entrance needs to be cut on the inside.
see,
Yeah.
oh, one moment please. Here, a little piece here.
Ha! I cut it.
Please.
Wow, your paws are cold.
That's where she's sitting on her lap, sir. This her lap was not cold. Was not cold.
Oh, most of my lap isn't cold, except for these two pinpoints here. Apparently, it's just her front paws that are cold with that. Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, that seems to be fine.
Yeah.
You could just angle it, just a smidgen right here.
I suppose it's the benefit of doing this in winter.
Well, it'd be covered. It'd still,
Yeah.
it'd just go faster.
Yeah, rather than being 2 days in between each step.
Yeah. It could go one day between each step. Or do part in the morning and part in the afternoon.
Yeah. Depending on the
You know, the weather of that day.
current ambient humidity and temperature.
Yeah. And just smoothing that all out. So you don't see the seam. Oh.
Yeah. Now it looks like it was all thrown as one piece.
But that's highly probable. And now what I'm gonna be doing here is I'm gonna have to move the camera to
Okay.
this side.
Watch out for those with vertigo. We will be moving the camera. I have run out of reach.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, now can you still work?
Yep.
Without hitting the camera.
Here we go. Now what I'm gonna do is turn off the wheel.
Whoa, nice shoulder. I'm getting a view that's really close to your own. Sorry.
So I have to cut a hole in this nice spot, and now you can see how thick the wall is.
Hi, Kitty. Oh, am I supposed to touch you?
And the deer here is just put this inside for right now. The thing is, because you want the fluid to flow, so you don't want it to be straight that way. You want it to angle down.
Beveling the inside of the hole.
Creating a groove for the fluid to flow into, rather than around. Because if you made that high, it would all.
Yeah.
The thing, what is it
The
gonna be
physics
used
of the
for?
contents.
Yeah. There we go. And then over here, you use the whole big enough. Little scroll, whatever you do.
Yeah. Your front paws are very sharp, Kitty.
She's a paper. That's what angles are for. Sharp feet. Sharp feet. Not shark feet, but sharp feet. So now what I have this, now I'm adjusting.
Need to move it a little closer to the vessel for you to be in shot.
It's in the shot,
There,
Sarah. I can
it is
see
now.
it. I looked up. There. That. Here. This one. Matching up. Almost. Well, once you put it together, you're not going to be able to adjust the shape.
Nope.
It's always a good idea to make sure the shape's fine.
At least this is in a shape that you'll be able to get your hand down on the inside of.
Yeah, but I won't be
Well,
able
not
to get
the-
my
Yeah.
into the spout.
No.
Because if you look, these are the kind of clay boogers from the inside. You have to be able to not necessarily be able to see what's in there, but you can feel it with your fingers. It's like with throwing. It's not so much about what the eye sees, but what the hand feels. So, do this. Do a little picky little adjustments.
Yes, Nix, I know. My elbow hit your back.
Okay, this. How's it feel from this direction? Is the liquid gonna want to flow to this point rather than around it? Because it works so much better if you
There.
make sure that works first.
Yes. I know, it's not terribly warm. It's terrible. She started pawing at my lap. It's like, I know there's a layer of cloth.
Yeah.
Yes. There we go.
It's a little better. And
Sad little
you're
you.
big.
Yes, you're completely hidden now. Is that better?
That. And the little flashing on. More where it looks like it's sitting right. No, gotta make the cute little, oh, press hatch. Just use a tool that'll make a lot of nice lines. That way, and that way. You don't have to do it here. And now for the, here's some more, sir. Here's some more scrap. Well, that one didn't work out so well.
No, I don't. Oh wow, it's way over there.
It's way over there.
About the time where it was even with me, it passed behind the cat's head, and it was like, hit cat, catch ball. Can't see ball. Don't hit cat. Do you want to go get it, Nix? You gonna retrieve it?
Yeah.
I don't think you want to retrieve
do
it.
onto there. That would be a rather nasty surprise for her. Pick it up with her mouth.
And go, "Ugh." Play in the mouth is not nice. I mean, she's really considering it though.
It's not a
She-
fork.
She tapped it with her foot.
Chair.
I'm not giving you my coat today.
Not this time.
Not this time, cat.
And
Oh, glare.
it's a little bit too long.
Do you want to just go back inside, Nix? That is an
And I want
option.
to cut off a little bit. I was so busy getting it at the right angle and everything. It's too tall.
It's too long.
So what I do now, well, that's where you measure it. It wasn't glued down yet. Keeping the angles important. You don't want it to sit all crooked
No.
or at the wrong angle. Then it wouldn't pour either. That wouldn't be good.
I need to inventory.
There we go.
Making a die out of the scrap clay you tossed me. It's like, yeah, I haven't recently inventoried the polyhedrals to see which ones we're out of, we need, etc. And I'm like, oh yeah. I said I was going to do the inventory of the cookie stamps to see which ones we were low on, etc.
Yeah,
I haven't done that.
is your job.
Yes. How many of pattern 1 do we have? How many of pattern 2? Got 2. How many of pattern 180? I don't know whatever anymore. Aw. No, you don't want to be held? How about like this? Not so bad?
Let me just look at it. So, does it fit? Does it look right? Is it the right length? Well, it's always better to have to go back and make it shorter, because once it's too short, you're screwed.
Well, you just want to hold on to the hand and maybe chew on it, huh? Oh, no, you're cleaning my hand. Oh, gesundheit.
Also, some of the thicker stuff at this point, that's really thin, too.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's just leaving fingerprints and just dew marks everywhere. That stuff is just too 5. So if you could get me that other
Goo?
Yeah.
I think it's this goo. Is it this
that
goo?
one looks like it has red on the inside.
Yes. You're Nix. You're attached to my leg now. Nix, you're stuck to my leg. There. There. I'm holding you and keeping you warm, silly.
Silly. Silly kitty.
She's like, this is undignified.
My
This is
God.
warm.
Maybe. I'm not sure. That's not really it. I'm gonna need to adjust that because
Okay.
it's kind of like it showed what it was it needed to show.
There.
Yeah.
Side view.
Side view. There we go.
Oh, you're sitting with your back to me now. Should I sit back on the chair, Nix? Yes, no? Oh,
And more pressure. More pressure.
I know. When you're laying on your back, you like to hold the left hand.
This
There.
checking with the inside.
Now you're right side up again. I know. Laying the other way is so undignified. Oh, really? You're going to stand on my shins now? Meh. The reason why she got so cold so quickly, she always insists on drinking water. That's out here. Just so cold.
Yeah. Is
You want to go inside, don't you? Yes. Too unpleasantly cold, human.
well,
Taxi.
I have to agree with her. It's unpleasantly cold out here
Yes.
today. And there's no sunbeams.
No sunbeams. It's the sadness. Say bye, Nix. Oh, wow, what a dirty look. Held her up to the camera. She turns around, looks through the gaps in the box, going, why?
Why did you just do that? I have to agree with her. Why did you just do that? To get her to make the look. That's why. Varnish the edges here. And it's gonna need to sit up some. Now, here, just making smoothing out the joins. Because this is not the right, don't have to just let it sit for a day or two. Okay. And that's what I'm doing right now is I'm turning the wheel with my fingers rather than having it on. So if it was sitting on a banding wheel, you just spin it with your fingers. Picture one has a neck and a spout. Come on. Run back, go the wheel. You go back over here. And we continue with number 2. I get to do it all over again. Here it is. Yeah, it helps if I turn the wheel on. Oh, that had a thick bottom on it. There we go. You go over there
Do you want me to set that one back up on the shelf?
if you want. He'll have to get it, go back underneath the plastic,
Yes.
because he has a spout now.
It's wrapped up all nice and tidy there.
Get this little firm coated clay and turn it into something.
There we go.
And the little mini dishes are available on the website, I do believe. Or you said you were
via
gonna,
the Facebook.
I said you were gonna put it on there, I mean, they're
Yeah,
not
but it
done.
never got put down even as far as the to-do list. I'll try to remember to do that when we get inside.
Yeah,
Oh, on this one you can see the spot where there was the clear was a little too thick and turned foggy.
yeah, you can.
Zeke. Yes. Because the reason why these pieces were historic pieces were glossy is it was a white base coat that the painting was put onto, and then there was a clear white in the historic pieces lead glaze that went over the top. Modern clear glazes, ones we use, not leaded.
No, because the defeats it.
Yes.
Stopped being able to do that in the late 70s.
45 years ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Last time I used lead glaze was I was a freshman in high school.
Okay.
Yes. This one's
12
really thick down at the bottom.
You're having to ream it out.
Yeah, I don't read it out.
Just resculpting it with the fingers there.
It's about the right size. Get it at the right angle. There we go. There.
It almost stuck.
I mustn't leave it there because if it falls, it goes onto the
Yeah,
floor.
it would destroy it.
Here's another
Mumble
lump of clay. Here's another lump of clay too. Get lots of little lumpos.
Made 320 ciders and moving on to making some 12s.
No, I just turned it off because I hadn't turned it
Oh yeah, because I can see the bats doing something unfriendly.
Yeah, it's just rocking. You see, now that I'm doing it from the side, because
Yeah.
Tom, why aren't you sitting right?
Yeah, I can see that. Has the bat worked some as the piece has been
It
drying?
could have. There could be something on the wheel head too. Should have taken it off the wheel head. There's just no real way to tell. Yeah, there's something on the wheel head. Why it wasn't,
Seating?
didn't affect the other one. It could have been counterbalance of HUD on the other one that caused it not to rock, so. So a little cleaning of the fly. There. Well,
Now the wheel head is all bit cleanish,
that's a cleanish.
de-lumpied.
Here we go. Here. Don't get away. See, you look progress. There's a little piece of 4x4 on the other side. That way both legs are at the same height.
Because her foot just stays on the pedal block.
Smoothing the seat. Still use the finger time. Because, well, it happens.
And this is why you have very even, smooth callus over most of your hand.
Yeah. Years and years of using it on good sandpaper. Right.
Way. So the times where you use like the 30 grit stuff where you go, ooh, it feels nice and squishy. It's exfoliating. It's like
scrubby.
It's scrubby. It's like most people would be losing layers of skin very quickly. It'd be painful.
It's just scrubby. What's wrong with scrubby?
It depends on the oh, that one looks to be a really close match to the image. That shape. What's next shape? 10.
Right. Just a little uneven. Same big bastard, aren't you? In other words, it's not cooperating.
It's not playing well with others, eh?
Not with the other side, at least. It's kind of nice if they're symmetrical.
Yeah.
Just little details.
Minor details.
Yeah. You would have to mark the inside. Oh, that's a window outside.
Oh yeah.
Look up and it's, look the wind. Well, I can't see window anyway, so it's no good to be looking down.
True.
Yeah. Now I'll poke a hole in this nice vase. Something that, you know, you have the beginning students. And now you cut a hole in the side of it. What?
Take your perfect piece and chop it.
No, no.
Is hola.
Hello. Attaching spout. I just cut a hole in it. It's ruined now.
Seriously, one of the project in most pottery classes, beyond beginning or even some beginning ones, is the infamous teapot
It's
project.
usually not a beginning, it's either intermediate or advanced classes. Because you have to throw pieces, you have to connect pieces, you have to cut and modify a piece, you have to make a lid that fits, you have to attach a handle. It's all the things, all in one
Yes.
piece. So there's a lot of work that goes into it. It's more of your modern and forest kind of complexity.
Or don't have spouts. Well, they have the attached neck, but you don't
They
have it.
you have the attached neck. You have, some of them have funky spouts on it, but not many.
This would be the Hydria,
Oh yes, the Hydrias. My favorite.
which generally have 3 handles.
Yes.
They've got like 2 and 4 style handles, and then the pouring grip handle.
Yeah. And then you have to have someplace for it to be pouring
From.
from.
Some of them
because-
were spouted, and others just had the pulled spout.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the Mortaria.
means
There were some that had spouts.
Yeah, I think the ones with the spouts look cool.
Yes. Because the spouted Mortaria, they had that bullshit bottom, and then they had like vertical sides on them.
I have to make some of those. It's the one that we made.
We still have one that the large nice ones that we haven't glazed that
Because-
one,
Yeah,
and we do have a bunch of the moderate and small ones still.
yeah. We have to make, one we had to remake because the glaze came out from
They specified that they wanted it unglazed at that.
yeah.
Use the other hand.
It evens it out because the way you move.
The pressure, yeah.
Also, the biggest knuckle is this one right here.
True.
So that's actually a good width for spout. It's because look the way it
Oh.
fits on the finger. Finger.
There we go.
And
Yes.
it's not a rude finger either, I promise. See?
There
See?
you go.
It's not the rude finger.
Like a robot finger.
I have to make sure that it fits.
Shall I start cutting mug-sized pieces now?
Yeah,
Okay.
and can mug it up for the camera. In other words, throw mugs. Okay, and now I have to cut off the flashing that I made by making a hole. Nice and thin. So I'm just,
You know, the pottery workshop, they're never short of twist ties and like gallon plastic bags
And cardboard,
and cardboard.
and useless cardboard.
Yeah, because the cardboard boxes once the clay is removed from them, they're not in that great a shape. Let's see, this piece has re-adhered itself. I will treat it as just there.
Checking the fit again. There's the things has to meet all the way around. And it makes a lot of sound when you talk. It's like that right now. It's always, oh, yes.
Because you tend to have your face close to it, in which case
I'm
anytime
not
you
sure how
say-
far that really carries. But
I could hear the sound difference over here.
yeah, it's Evan. Make this cross hatching,
As the
cross hatching.
when you get to the mugs, 10 of them are to be matching. Out of the 20 that we need to make.
Okay. It's important to have the right consistency of it. You don't want something too runny because it's not gonna
If
stick.
you don't want yogurt, you want peanut butter.
Depending on, like maybe Greek yogurt.
Yeah. Greek yogurt, warm peanut butter, that kind of consistency.
Yeah. You don't
And
want
you
it dripping
definitely-
off.
You definitely don't want chunky peanut butter. Because you want it to be smooth. Even in consistency.
Well, it doesn't have to be even so much as it can't be too hard or too soft or too lumpy.
Yes.
It's rarely smooth because it's all scrap clay
And
from
throwing
the bucket. Okay. And now you're gonna be okay, right? Just gonna tap. Well, ones aren't yet. We're gonna do a good little spout.
almost sounds like you're threatening it. Hey, you're
If
gonna
that's
do
what it
aren't you?
takes. Whatever it takes, you know. I have to get the inside of it smoothed down too, because you don't want it all lumpy in there, because then it would be impossible to clean. That would be really nasty.
Yeah.
You want it to have a nice gradual
Junction.
layer on the inside, because you want the fluid to want to flow into that spout, not flow around it. That wouldn't be helpful.
It's a clay don't want to cut off the right size today.
The water turns what's left off in the directions of how to attach a spout. You want to make sure the inside is the fluid
Smoothed out.
smoothed out. You want it to, taper in.
Yes.
You want it to go like that because you want the
You want it. You want to make a funnel.
you want it to the fluid to want to flow into that orifice. I don't know what kind of syrup that this is going to be, or
The,
Whether
the
it's a-
viscosity is going to be.
yeah, because the viscosity would matter too. So,
Might be the reason for some of the variation in spout shapes on the fluid apothecary containments.
yeah. So it depends on the viscosity of the fluid.
Gotta stand up.
It'd be easier.
After I get all the lumps cut for the above size pieces, I'll go down, roll out the handle material, and bring the rest of that bag up to start pulling handles from.
Okay. Sounds good.
Because you're gonna need a lot of handles. Not for today.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Have to do the handles tomorrow. We'll have to have the dehumidifier going.
Which is the reason why the
Either have that Friday morning sweet off and cool it.
well, if that ends up being the case, what we'll do is I'll get up at like 4 or something to get the heater going, okay?
That's why I said
So we don't
when
freeze.
the dehumidifier going. And hopefully we can do that tomorrow. It'll get smoothed out more tomorrow
Yeah.
because it's gooey right now.
And like the body junction, it's gotta firm up.
Yeah, and can throw the lids on. Or I could throw the lids today.
Okay, in which case these
That would be
guys,
something.
yes. And I haven't finished cutting up the thing of clay, so I will.
And it's also, oh yes, and maybe the
And the
lids.
throwing of the lids,
And
yes.
the throwing of the lids. I still want to throw the lids when you throw the rest of it because, well, one of
Okay.
they're not attached yet.
Okay, so here they are, so you can measure the internal. And probably, I do believe we talked of about 15 ounces.
Yeah, we could try 15 ounces to begin with. And this one's going to require 2 measurements because you want it to sit right at the top. Work right now, will you? There we go. Really? Are they really the same size?
Well, you were measuring them when you were throwing them, so. Wow, they're that close.
Yeah. Yeah. They're that close.
Nice.
It's always nice when that works that way.
Okay, so this is the 16. It ended up being 16 rather than 15.
And this gets strung upright. Does that
So
work
it's
to
like
make
a-
a little beep?
Yeah, it's a shallow bowl with a knob in the middle.
Yes. We'll see if 16's.
Yeah, which is the reason why I've not
Sometimes-
cut off a second piece yet.
You know, for these, you're not throwing them upside down, you're throwing them upside right.
Yes. So having them exposed while the dehumidifier is on is fine.
You can always add nothing to it.
Yeah.
Don't normally make this kind of. We usually do them the other way around.
Yeah.
This instead of. And get that little bit of flashing off of it. Oh, no, you're just gonna reconnect. Okay.
Well, you think I'm going to do that, do you? I'm going to do something different.
Does it just need enough for it to be able to grab a hold of? Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. So another piece at 16 ounces?
Another 16 ounce piece.
Cool. Yay,
What
I
I still
like it
have
when
to
it's
do is to
different
be,
size.
it'll tend to fit, to make sure that once it's, because tomorrow it can be sliced off to here, because the
Yeah.
bottom isn't really gonna matter that much.
No.
It's just gonna be flat, so. And this will be uncovered.
Yes.
It has a chance to, but let's make sure that the
Upper dimension?
dimensions also correct.
Yeah. There we go. Lid 1.
Lid 1. Go with it. Because you can always adjust the shape a little bit.
Once it's firmed up.
Like what I do with the bottoms of like the necks.
Yeah.
One of those is a little bigger around than the other. Like making butterbells.
Yeah. It's like a butterbell with a really tiny center.
It's not. Lids weren't really fancy. They're more like a ceramic stoker.
Yeah.
With a way to get it out.
There we go. Well, that was quick and easy.
To figure, huh?
Yeah.
It's really go figure. Sometimes it'll just, that's the way it's supposed to work.
Yes.
Whether it works that way,
As always another issue.
yeah. No, those can get,
Yes, I will
Yeah.
grab those and lift them up in just a moment.
this is right. Well, they
Yes.
still have like a water weight in it too. They'll
Yes.
still be heavy in the end.
Yes.
Uh,
Your tool, take a dive.
into the mug.
Ew.
There, I got to scaped it off. Ew. And usually I can just put you here. One. There. That way they're still over there.
Now for muchness of most.
Mug, mug, mug. Doesn't be exciting first.
Yeah.
Luckily, nothing catastrophic happened.
Nothing even frustrating happened. You didn't have an irritating attachment.
Yeah, sometimes. They fit really well. They just don't. They're not quite the right aspect ratio.
Or they keep wanting to slide.
Yeah. Or the spouts are the wrong size.
Yeah. Despite all attempts to make sure that they were friendly.
it's a natural substance with natural variation. And then you have the weather, which is the whole chaos theory.
And the
emotion.
fact that everything is handmade.
Yeah.
Because contrary to what some people seem to think, no one's a machine.
Sometimes.
I mean, the fact that you have a stack of many pieces of clay that all need to
What
be
kind of pattern goes on these?
the blue and white Florence pattern.
Okay. Doesn't matter what
Yeah.
have these beautiful throwing rings.
Unfortunately, it's
Yeah, but you see, that's what.
no, because we're doing a 16 ounce, and there's of 16 ounce vessels. We need 20 mugs, one skull mug, and that's it. The fairy mug, which would be a good one to have throwing rings on, is an 8 to 10.
Okay. No one could. I could make that one into the school mug because it seems like lots of little red functions in it.
Wonder where I picked that up from.
No, all of a sudden it's kind of like.
Because the skull mug's gonna get black washed at that, and it's gonna be it's gonna be the mug shape, so it's gonna have the bottom jaw.
There we
Okay.
go. How's that for the?
Too much of a lip at the top.
This one just wants to be prettier.
Yeah. There we go. That's more skullish.
How about one hand?
And this one I'll sit over here because it's got to be a little more sculptable than its buddies tomorrow. And you have like 8 ounce piece left over after I finished with all the other pieces.
Let me just do that one now.
Yeah. Because I'm like, this is the odd man out.
Just let me do that one. And I can accept this.
I figured that was going to be the case, but I wanted to make
Because
sure.
it's not gonna play nice with the stack. Because it's
No.
smaller. You can't put the small piece on the bottom.
No. Let's see. So the handle's like 3 inches, probably like 2.5 inches across. This
Yeah.
3 inches would just be completely unmanageable to put your hand around.
It would. And it'll probably get pared down from there.
Yeah.
Because it has to be the aspect ratio with the jump,
Yes.
which is the most important part.
So it needs to be about like that.
Yeah.
Because I touched the neck of the thing and went, okay, and it comes in about that.
Yeah, and it has to be this aspect ratio.
Yeah.
Because if it's not the right aspect ratio, it won't look right.
And about that thick.
Yeah, because it's heavy.
It's a heavy piece. It's gonna need a sturdy handle. And it's
Yeah.
you can see on the in the image there that it's not thin. If it was thin, it wouldn't have survived.
No. There we go. It's a cute little thing.
I just found the bag of stoneware I couldn't find the other day.
You see, okay.
Nah. Just nah.
It's cold anyways.
Yes.
There we go. Warmth and lads, warmth.
Okay, I'm gonna roll out some stuff. Probably not that kind of light.
Yeah. Better too big.
Yeah.
You have to cut some of it. You definitely cut some of it off anyway.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be big.
Yeah.
Because those aren't small pictures.
No.
Mug. One thing I really don't have to pay attention to when I'm throwing. Because if I'm not paying attention, a piece of clay that I'm throwing will generally come out to be a mug anyway. So it's the default shape. So. Good thing I don't have to be outside today. That would be. Yeah. Oh, don't drop it in there. It's so hard to find. There we go. Drop that in there. That would be a good. Redo our outside. Smooth. One. Like that. Oh. It helps to talk to things. Somebody else to talk to. So. No, Sarah's not here. I can't tease her. She's not here. She'd be for hearing that. How fun is that? Next. It's kind of an odd angle. Let me see the shape of the cup wall. This one and just the angle of the cap. Two. Now how that looks. Let's get this leg get it. Again, could be on the underneath side. Don't need that red on there right now. No idea what the leg goes to. For fun. Clay. No clay. Squeeze. get some feedback, what people think of this angle. This angle better, or the other angle of the camera better? Clean it up. Next. Look at the clock and see how long it takes. I think that's the most exciting thing about that. These guys up. Peach Code P probably does a good job of not showing the play as much. You're not gonna hurt that because it's ugly anyways, that color. Saturday, we may actually paint over here.
Cat sitting on top of the heater vent under the curtain, staring out the glass door at us.
It's, think of the angle of the camera.
Yeah. Slightly off level, but not bad.
Probably look better if it was back a little bit.
Yeah.
Or yeah, more like that.
Yeah, there we go.
I wasn't getting feedback, so it was going. Also, sir,
Yeah, out of reach.
it's just,
So I'll get those guys arranged.
yeah. Run number 4.
Yes. Two of them look really match, and then there's the one that has the nice foot to it.
Yeah, well. Well, 2 of them have feet and 1 of them doesn't. If you hand me the one that doesn't have a foot, I can give that one a foot. So the one in front, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm thinking about it. Let go. Thank you. You handed me?
I'm sorry.
There we go. So it's a little bit too much of a lean lift.
And this slab is relatively firm. So I was thinking about tinting this lightly
Yeah, good.
because I don't want it to dry out too much.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, well, yeah. You went from no foot at all to like,
Serious foot. Okay.
this was grip that I was using.
Oh.
There it is. I'm sure I could just use this one. And just put it back up there because over there, I put it messy. Everything I'm sitting down kind of like disappears into the hump. Which is no fun, really.
No.
There we go. What's that? It's a little bit more than the other two.
Yeah.
hands are still a little dry. I'm tired from driving yesterday. It's kind of like,
Oh.
that's just wrong. It wasn't even that much. It was only 4 hours.
Yeah.
You know? Well, there was one customer that had a large order, and it was cheaper to hand deliver the pieces than it would be to put them to the mail.
Yes.
They're only 2 hours away. So if they paid us the cost it would have been in shipping. And we actually got to meet one of our customers, which has been a rare thing the last few years.
Yeah.
You can either just sit on my door. You
Get to hold the boxes and unpack them. And also, you know, the feedback is they get to see the person too.
Yeah.
And we were all thoroughly masked.
Oh yes. The only thing we touched was the donuts.
Yes.
Then we did wash our hands.
Yes.
Well, we got home
Yes.
because we didn't really stop anyway. So
No, not really.
we got gas. Yay. Sorry. Yay.
Yeah.
Well, it was like close to 200 miles. 100 miles away.
Freeway.
So, yeah, 90% of it is freeway, so that's why it was like only like 2 hours away. Hour and 45.
Hour 45. Yeah. It would have been closer to the hour 45 mark if it hadn't been for that
One slow down.
that one slow down. We were cleaning up an accident on the side of the road. In the fast lane.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the clay that you're throwing with we brought inside to warm up.
Oh, Sarah.
Yes. When I was working with the slab, I was actually.
My
By the
hands
time-
are actually warmer now than they were when I was on the computer.
Oh.
Because it's, you know, sometimes your hand that you're using the mouse gets really cold.
Serious case of a mouse hand.
Yeah, I've got a serious case of mouse hand this morning. So it's kind of like, I was going to set the tool down in a very specific spot.
I think
And
it's.
then didn't. It actually like takes a minute would take to put the tools back up on the page. So
Oh no, you just set it down real quick. Okay, so
that's why you have
Skull
a board for all of these tools.
are supposed to live. So Skoma, there's 4 there, just 1
Just
there,
about, most of them were
another 5.
off their place. Or not in the cup. Goodness, yes. There.
Okay, so it looks like we'll be needing 10 handles. We just had that one that was trying to be the skull mug rather than the set mug. Ah. Squish, squish, squish. Squish, squish, squish. Well, this firmer stuff that it was the other day when I was looking for the smooth white to make slabs out of for throwing platters, that I ran across this bag of firmer stoneware.
Uh-huh.
This is the stuff that you would not want to throw out, and it makes better handles.
Next.
It's when you can feel the chill traveling up the bones in your hand.
Yeah.
Five there. There's 9 there.
4, 8, 9,
Yeah.
10, 11, 12, 13.
Yes, and 13
Lucky
there.
it's a baker's. It's lucky
We
13.
have a good chance of getting the 10 mug set out of it though. Because it allows space for 2 significant outliers.
Mm-hmm. That's why I always try to throw an extra couple of pieces, no matter what it, you know, the extra 1 to 3 pieces.
Yes.
Like with the jug, I made 2, and we ordered less for 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, whichever one looks better will go for the order.
Yeah.
And there'll be nothing wrong with either of them.
Looking at the thermometer above your station there, it says 62.8.
I wonder whether I'm not too cold.
The temperature in the garage when I went down there, balmy 46 degrees.
Freezer doesn't have to work too hard, does it?
No, it doesn't.
It's a little chest freezer.
The handles I'll probably have to lightly tint because they'll dry faster than the cups will.
Yeah.
We can always duck out here tomorrow morning before we do the grocery pickup and check on things. Yes, I'll do it. I'll turn on a light so I can see.
It'll be dark out here. Yes, you'll have to turn on a light.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of cold. It should be able to freeze it now. It's not supposed to be that cold tomorrow.
No.
It'll be cold enough.
Cold enough, yes.
I'll pick up a grocery order at 6 a.m. tomorrow. So we always go for the earliest pickup slot.
Fewest humans out.
Yeah. I'm sure Passion carries used to it's the strange ones again. Always want to pick up
The short lady who's picking up the groceries, which this time does not include over much of cheese. We have plenty of cheese at the moment.
Yeah.
This is
No,
not a
it
cheese
should-
order.
Smooth it out.
Ah, yes. It's an Italian powder.
Yes. Those aren't lovely throwaways. It's not today's.
No. Holding the handles.
That's right there for some.
Yes.
5. Last time this one was used, but
Yeah, it's got the remnants of ice crystals.
it's got the right there. Those are remnants of ice crystals.
Pulled 5 handles so far. I might pull a few extra handles the other day. Check to see how many I have over there. But I don't remember it as being that many.
That's just full. A bunch of handles.
Yeah. Especially considering though you'll be throwing 13 mugs today. We have a bare minimum of like 20 we need to make.
Yeah. Throw them most of them. There's a lot of other things we could throw through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think hard.
They're doing another one of the big complex pieces, trying to keep those spaced out.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's nasty on your arms. Could do fish dish.
Yeah.
That's another complex one that'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah. This cup's not so much. No. They kind of.
It doesn't hold your attention if you're the one doing the throwing.
Because there were rote memory for one thing.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay attention. I had a air bubble in it.
Oh, my
It's in
apologies.
Oh. Yeah, and it's also and it's,
It farted.
yeah, it did. Play farts. Wonder if they do the thing in the film.
They're not farts, they're booms if they happen in the kiln.
But
Here's the intent expression.
my hands are busy.
Still some more water in here.
Poured some of that red on top. It was a little on the warm side.
Well, it's been a while since the water had turned off.
Oh. Not much in that water other than clay.
Yeah. Well, does some of it need to be scooped out? I think there's some space in this one.
Some of what's scooped out.
The goop.
Oh no, it's fine.
Okay.
No, it's being, not much in the water other than a little like even when it gets recycled and all.
Yeah. Because that
I
water.
still have a fair amount of.
No. It's
It's this deep.
it's not much water in your water bucket.
It's a really pretty one. Doesn't have the shape. It's also, oh, that looks nice. No, it's not that. Not the shape I'm after right now. Not getting distracted.
So 5 handle blanks.
Yes.
Take it up to 11.
Really?
It let go.
You. There. Six. Did. Be a good piece of clay.
The play makes airplane sounds. Meow.
There's the sun's going down.
11. This will make 15 handles.
It's pretty.
Yeah. Oh, it's 58 over on the other side.
What's the humidity?
Right? Oh, that's only 69%.
How's that bad?
15 handles for this 13 vessels be good, or should I keep
Yeah.
going?
You could leave it there. What's the
Okay.
matter? Is your hand cold?
Yes.
It was either cold or it hurt with the way you are.
Well, kind of both.
It
But
hurts from the cold.
Yes.
It's
Probably
not
for right now. How hot does that water feel to your hand? Okay. He almost stung. I think I just leave my hand in here for a moment.
Yeah, it'll help normalize the temperature.
Almost tingly at the surface now.
It's not really much more than room temperature. Water. I mean, not room temperature, body temperature.
Well, there's some more hot about to click there. Probably close enough now.
You won't know.
I want more warmth, yes.
It's close enough.
There, now the
It's
water's steaming.
The water's right below the counter. You will get condensation.
Oh, yes. Oh, that feels nice.
That's a nice temperature.
Probably have enough clay in that firm bag for another 15 to 20 handles.
Good. Sure you don't want to do all of this today?
No, I do not want to do all of those today. No. Also, my hand's starting to get tired because it is a firmer bag.
Yeah. If you make too many at one time, they don't come out so well. Because
the
your
hand
hand's
gets
tired. Yes. So I was like, yeah, there's
But this is like the ideal clay consistency.
around me. To match the other ones.
It's not often we have to do significant sets of mugs.
Yeah. There we go.
Handleless cups, plates, bowls, yes. But I think this is the largest set of mugs we've ever had to do.
I do putting that out as a challenge out there for someone to go.
So you need to put place an order for more than a set of mugs that's greater than 10. Given that it's just the right consistency, I'm not pulling up the grain. Really,
Good.
it just it's continuing to feel smooth.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And this new batch of carrots really is very nice consistency.
Yeah.
I was doing 2 jugs the other day.
Yeah. If it weren't for the fact that you have a whole bunch of handles to do tomorrow, and you did do 2 large pieces earlier in the week, I was gonna. And there's no more warm clay. I'd ask you if you wanted to throw more mugs.
Okay.
And I'm actually really glad at this point that I was like, no, I'm gonna cut it at the end of that set of handle material.
Mm-hmm. So I still have 5 more mugs to do. Too.
Yeah. more handles after this one, but I'm starting to feel the strain in my thumb and across the palm. And as he pointed out, if I keep going, the quality of the handles will decline.
Yeah. When they start becoming more triangular. It's consistent with shape they're going to. Because your hands get tired, so you start doing this.
Yeah, rather than maintaining the
Yeah.
that shape, I start pinching in more there. I'm trying to rotate them so that I also get the ridges off.
It's a real skill to try to pull handles though.
Yes.
It takes a lot of practice to be really
Proficient.
proficient and do it consistently the same shape. It's
This looks like a fairly consistent batch.
yeah. Well, from here it does. We'll see when I'm
When you're actually using them, yes.
Yeah.
And I will rearrange that in just a moment. So you have space for more bugs. And sometimes I can feel it's like, nope, didn't get it quite the same consistency. The moment I do the flip to get it the curvature. It's like, nope, that one's still a little too thick. It's got water. There's a nice warm breeze right over here. Just climbing to the corner over there. The only part of me that's cold is my hand.
Yeah.
Go 5, and then there's space for another 4 on the shelf, and one will go right there. Okay, good. And then I'll put the handles over there, and I will tint them very lightly. But this is firm clay, so they'll firm up faster.
It's a humidity.
Is going to climb dramatically.
Look at all the pieces.
Good, yes. 3 pieces over there, and then another 13 mugginess type
If it
pieces.
was warm, it would be muggy.
Yes, it would. There we go. And it's complete. Those pieces of plastic were taken right there. So, yes. Oh, this is 2 pieces of plastic. There.
After this, the one
The bucket that I was using to set board on.
thing, it's time to shut things down.
Don't mind me.
You know, just it's how you get your hands warm. Because doing this really doesn't do that much good.
No, because it's the moving air, so you're gonna get the evaporation as well as the warming from the air.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, when you warm your hands,
And
your feet
water.
are totally straight, because they're just gonna be cool.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's,
The rest of me's not cold. Well, my feet are cold.
the only thing right now is cool.
There we go. Oh, yeah, that's better. There. It was like the finger bones in the palm on one hand had gotten cold, and then it was the fingertips on the other hand. In fact, I hadn't realized how cold they were until I'd stopped. Now they've got that kind of stabby sensation. Yeah.
Let's say, really,
Insidious cold.
it's been got older, but yeah, sometimes it's not just the temperature.
It's not just the heat, it's the humidity that gets it. Yeah. Fingertips. Warm. Part of it's also you get that false sense of security when the air has warmed up in the shop. But you touch anything,
The air is
the air is warm. Oh, touch all the surfaces, not warm. Final countdown pieces. Only 3 after that. I'm not going to ask you.
Warm, free.
Yes. I'm not going to ask you. It's like, hey, do you want me to turn off the heater and get the dehumidifier going? That is what one calls a dirty look.
No.
That chunk of clay fell off your towel.
Yeah.
Spinning object. Watch the spinning clay. Let's say hypnotic quality spinning clay. Tomorrow will be lots of handles. Yes, and Thursday, yes.
It's the days of the week.
Yeah, that's the reason why so many of our clocks have the day of the freaking week on them.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it does.
Yes, it does. It says Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's just that it's not one of the ones with the bright, more contrasty displays.
Yeah. It couldn't be much further away from the next thing.
No, not really.
No.
I think short of being shoved all the way into one of the corners,
Yeah.
it couldn't be any further.
Yeah.
I suppose if you put your head all the way against the wall. Every once in a while, they have throwing rings that are just the right aspect ratio that it goes through the soup can stage.
Yeah.
Okay, two left. Get those two put up onto the shelf. So it's like, get my fingernails under them so I can lift them up. Whoop. Pour the water out. Just pour some more water out. Some more water. Good pocket. You realize how full it's gotten. It's like, oh, well, that's not friendly. Let's not have an overflow. Kind of thing.
They settles out that water, put into the kettle, and it goes through the whole water cycle again.
Yup. The old cup measure there goes back to the. All sorts of old, quote unquote, used and, worn out objects end up in the shop, don't they? Cup measures that the markings have worn off. Office chairs that have past their comfortable for sitting at the computer age. Like this one. Before Nix proceeded to remove the vinyl.
And the other black.
That one, yes.
Yeah.
The chairs are very consistent in black.
And that one other black one will probably go into the shed with
Yeah.
the workbench.
Yeah, because it's an ideal chair height for that thing.
Yeah.
We don't sit at the workbench much, and it's slightly too tall to stand at comfortably. And we have its little extender feet shortened all the way.
Put it out into the shed, it'll be useful there.
Yeah.
I'll take out the table that was in there because we have nothing else to put things on.
Yes.
Cause that table really doesn't work out there.
No, it's slightly too deep.
Yeah.
It impedes maneuverability.
It's also just not great.
It's also not terribly sturdy.
Yeah, because we're,
It's an old
It's-
fold and a half travel 6-footer.
yeah, and it has a few bolts missing.
That and the it no longer has the catch that allows it to stay that locks it in either to
because it,
either
it
folded
is-
or unfolded position. But yes, the top is trying to come off the legs.
it just kind of sits in place.
Yes,
Doesn't travel anymore.
that's the reason why it got relegated.
Yeah.
It's no longer part of the booth stuff.
And, we'll put in here, but I think the other table that can fold down would work better here, because we can make it smaller. And we still have this one.
I think that the
The 6th one was too long for the width of the room,
we could not.
because it made you really grumpy.
I was constantly hip checking.
And that's what I mean, it was making you really grumpy, so it's not working here. So let's try it out there. No, let's put it there. We're table. No, I mean, it's,
It was a different 6-footer in here because it wasn't the one that was in very poor condition.
it was just 8.
It was just a 6-foot table, which is since returned to the travel trailer.
They go.
Last piece. My hands are going into that reactionary stage where they're fighting back with extra warmth now. So that some of my fingers feel hot. Guess fingers, fight back. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's. They're really heat from the core of your body. How? I want to know. How? Sarah, look. I tucked it down the back.
It's trying to escape again. Do you want me to tuck it in? Or you can be fine for that last piece.
I might want to tuck it in because look how. Shut.
There we go.
It's serious.
Oh, why?
It's look. I'm still here.
Now that you're on the last piece, I'll get the heat and dehumidifier switched.
Yeah.
One thing, the heater goes through the 1-minute cooldown cycle.
I make someone sound.
Yes. It's the heater right there. Whew. Just peek at you from around around the wall here.
You're trying to pretend you're a cat. Let's see.
I know. But wanting to be Nick, so do this bit.
And bad at paper. We said. Yeah.
What?
And bad at papers up there. Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna bite the clothespins though. Go. Go step forward. Oh. There we go. 65% is the target humidity.
Yeah.
it's the cold breeze coming off of it.
Yeah. I can feel the cold breeze from here.
It really moves the air.
It does.
And compared
It's
to
kind of
over there where the
amazing.
humidity says 69%, that is registering 80%.
Well, it's down.
It's lower, yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I keep yawning.
Is your tired?
I don't feel that I've done anything that warrants being tired, though.
Tired?
That might be it.
I don't know. Because it's definitely a possibility.
I know, it's one of those very real oxymorons is when you wake up tired.
Sorry, Jakes.
And tomorrow we gotta get up early.
Yesterday I was really tired and spent time in the car.
I don't know why spending 4 hours in the freaking car was so exhausting. There we go.
It always is.
Yeah. Okay.